So Boris Kodjoe and Nicole Ari Parker, they was in a Instagram live, speaking with another couple. And a lot of people was talking about that what Nicole was saying about Boris and saying that, oh, well, she's kind of saying that she wanted to be single right in front of him. But you really need to listen to fully what she's going to say. But let's go ahead and roll that clip.
Times in the last year or so, I thought, I wish that he was my boyfriend again. I don't necessarily want to be single, but I miss the single life. I miss the text messages for no reason. I miss the coming up from behind me when I'm scrambling eggs and just kissing me on the back of the neck. Like,
I still do that, Boris. I still do that. Okay.
I'm being, general here, but I'm just saying that the trappings.
There's definitely a difference.
There's the trappings of being single. Like, okay, you two are really good-looking people, okay, and you're married, and we're married. There's people that flirt with you, and the part of the flirtation doesn't make you necessarily go the flirtation that even makes you look at your phone or in your workspace is that they have like a freshness or a newness. And I personally believe that if you're in it for the long haul, that freshness and newness is still possible if you talk about it. Be like, look, I know we talk about date night. We need to go have a date night.
Right.
I know we talk about like kissing and texting for no reason, but the last time you text me was over like, the cabinet guy.
So you heard what Nicole had to say. Now, if you're a person that's probably, a single person, or, maybe you're not, haven't been married for a long time, what she was saying, she wasn't saying that she wanted to be single. I just think she had put that in the wrong sense in the way she said it. But what she was saying, and I heard exactly what she was saying, that basically we don't have a lot of time for each other. And we don't do what we used to do. Like when you're dating, all the calling and the texting and, like she said, just coming up behind her, hugging her, while she's cooking, or, like she said, we'll talk about date night, but we actually don't actually do the date night. Or she talked about how he texted her about something. It was about the, plumber guy or the handy guy, whatever it was. She was mentioning the video. But this is the thing. When you're married, especially for a long while, especially when you like them, very, successful, they're both an actor and actress. So they have their own projects going on. So both of them are busy. So when you get so busy, then that can cause you not to be around each other. And if you look at what causes divorce, they say the number one thing causes divorce is finance. It could be the lack of finance, or you actually have a lot of money, but you don't have time for each other. Because in order to keep money in this capitalistic system of America, you got to stay busy. You got to keep generating those funds. You got to. And you have to slow down on purpose to spend time with your husband or spend time with your wife when both of you are busy like that. She wants date night. I think they should do that because that's important. You don't stop dating your wife. You don't stop dating your husband. You don't do that. I know, especially with kids come into play. Kids, listen, I always tell people they get married, wait long as you can before you have kids, because kids will literally suck all the time you got, together away. You know what I'm saying? Because when the kids show up, then you got to provide for this kid, school. You got to do your whole schedule around kids. I love kids, but it's just the truth. That's why when you see kids get grown, they get so happy again. You notice that? They have more time for each other. Not saying they're not happy when the kids are around, but they have more time for each other. You see couples that their kids are grown. You say, oh, my kids are grown. And they always traveling all over the place. They enjoying themselves. Again, what they would call empty nesters, right? Because they just having time. And sometimes I'm busy at times. And, we got kids here that we're trying to see, too. And, that's why I say, man, we got to go somewhere. We got to do something now. We haven't been able to do nothing as of late because we all been locked down. But, I missed a trip for just me and my wife who's going to go to Atlanta, on her birthday weekend. That had to get canceled. Hopefully everything opened back up for my birthday in June. We could at least, go and do that trip. You understand? Then we got our other trips we're trying to plan, later on in the year. But I get it. Trust me, I get what she's saying. I know some people kind of beating up on her. Now, Boris is looking at her like, okay, whatever. Now, that kind of response, it kind of had me concerned, because when a man starts being so nonchalant, when a woman's kind of saying that, it makes me wonder, like, do he actually care that she's saying that? I mean, like, what's his mindset with the whole situation? Because he wasn't mad. He wasn't mad at all. But it makes me wonder, like, man, you better spend some time with her, bro. I mean, because she's talking about it publicly, because, women eventually do that. They'll talk about it and saying, oh, you don't spend time. But then, a lot of times as men, you get frustrated. You may say, well, dude, if I don't work, I'm a bum. Then y'all complain about that. If I work too much, y'all complain about that. But yet you live in this lifestyle that I'm providing. But, as I was told, if you do work too much, yeah, you can provide a lot of materials, but you're not providing you, because you're working so hard to provide. And as men, a lot of times we so built that that's part of who we are as providers. For us, we believe that you're not loving your family if you're not providing for your family. You get what I'm saying? And men that provide a lot, they're going to be working a lot. They are, unless they got a point in their life where they got their business so set up where they don't have to be managing too much anymore. They can kind of let other people do it while they just do another thing. But I do believe you need to take out time to spend with your spouse. I do believe that. I do believe you should take vacations without the kids. I believe that. But I just think she's kind of crying out a little bit, and Boris needs to see to her on that, spend a little bit more time with her. But let me know what you think about, Nicole and Boris, with this situation. Like I said, I didn't take it as her embarrassing him. I more so heard it as a cry to spend more time with him, because, if she was embarrassing him or doing something, I'll call it out in a minute. But, being a married man and know how, women are when you have a long-term relationship, especially when you're not spending time with them whatsoever. She just wants to spend his time. That's all.